apple season is upon us before I am ready. So here you can see one of the wonderful trees that we have. These are delicious apples. I actually just discovered this tree this year. So I'm hoping that most of these will hold a little bit longer, but they are starting to fall. The last few days underneath here, when I come to let the sheep out, I have been collecting up apples. Let me show you what I've got here. They're not huge, but they are beautiful apples and they're gorgeous eating apples. They taste amazing. So I've been collecting these up and hopefully have big plans to do something with them, but I haven't gotten that far yet. But I'm going to show you just how good some of the apples are looking this year. Unfortunately, we have quite a few trees that look like this already. I miss them. Things have been so crazy and hectic, and the apples are so early this year that there's not much I can do about it, but at least they're fodder food for the sheep. Saying that, there's more apples falling than the sheep can even eat, so as you can see, they have just neglected this tree. I am betting that they probably haven't even found this tree yet. But right next to that other one that I just showed you with all the red apples underneath is this beauty. Some of them are getting quite big, others are staying quite small, but these are again delicious eating apples. And as you can see, on the ground. So again, every morning I come and I salvage what I can off the ground, put it away. I really only pick things that don't have any blemishes or things like that. Let's see what this one's looking like here. It's got a couple wormholes. I'll probably leave him. On the other hand, that one there is a beaut. So we're going to put that in the bucket. Maybe make some applesauce or something later. There's another one there. Beautiful, nice apple. Not huge, but they are very, very tasty. And I'm thinking as we work on improving the pastures, improving the soil with manure and having the sheep eating what is left at the base of these trees and cleaning it up, and obviously some pruning, these will improve in size as we go around and mark the trees that we really, really like and want to watch. We'll see over the years just how this can improve. But either way, it doesn't matter the size of the apple, it's still food. As I walk around the pastures, another tree that I sadly missed. That's what's on there. I'm going to walk around and see if I can find any more, but gorgeous green apples. Unfortunately, I missed them. I'm going to see if there's any I can salvage off the ground, but there is a lot of wasps in there. A lot. So I may just give it a miss for this year. Nothing like a tour of the pastures on a hot summery day. But here we are, standing right next to the tiny gym tree. Now, the tiny gym tree is the one that we love for apple juice. This is the one Alex named it. I'm not sure what kind of apples they are. They don't get very big. That's about, put my hand here. That's about the size, maybe a little bit bigger. But these don't fall until later. Not as many apples on it as in previous years, but it's still got some. We're still going to get some juice. And hopefully through some exploration, we can find a couple other apple trees on the property that will work for juice too. There's another gorgeous tree loaded with apples. I did try these the other day. They are not ready yet. They've got a little more growing and sweetening to do. But unfortunately, due to how much fruit is on the trees and the weather we've been having, they are still dropping some. But this tree, again, seems to be holding well. And like you can see, still loaded with fruit. And what is falling is feeding the sheep. I'm going to take you to a tree that I tested yesterday that had really good apples. Look at these beauties. And they are super tasty. Very, very nice apples. So, again, they're starting to fall on the ground. But I do have quite a few nice ones on the tree. We really need to get to pruning because a lot of them are super high. I'm just going to have to shake the tree and hope for the best. But I'm going to pick what I can with my pickers first. The sheep know I'm about to shake the tree for fresh apples. They're all coming over. Next to this one is another one that has gorgeous apples. And as you can see, all on the ground. And here comes the sheep to get them, so I better get them first. Look at that beauty. I tell you what, I can't believe we can produce apples like this on our farm. And it's not like we're doing anything. These trees are just out in the pastures. We were so blessed to have these trees. And we just need to keep looking after them, or start looking after them. I also quickly took a walk over into pasture 1. This is where we're keeping the sheep at night because it's got a proper fence instead of just electric netting. And I'm taking a look here at the tree that we actually pruned. Not last year, but the year before. Last year we got nothing. This year it's loaded and they're ripe. They're ready. This is so early compared to when we thought it would be. But these are big, gorgeous, gorgeous apples. So unfortunately my bucket is full from the other pasture. So I'm going to have to go get another bucket and come back. They're not all perfect. This tree still needs a bit more work. But there's enough there that I bet I can pick a full 5-gallon bucket just from this tree. The other nice thing is also we still have tons of apples on these trees that are later in the year. This is one that we harvested from in October last year. You can see here the apples are still very, very small, very hard. I can't even squeeze them, but there's tons on here. I should almost knock some off so that we get a bit better growth, at least on where I can reach. But you can see in there, it's covered. But this one, it's aborting a few, but for the most part, it's not got anything underneath, which is wonderful. And as we kind of traipse through here quickly, I see another wonderful tree that is losing everything. Oh, it's not the wonderful tree. This tree here is losing everything. It's actually not looking super healthy. This one didn't have apples last year, so I haven't actually tried any of them. I'm betting though it's aborting them because what's left on the tree is small and very, very green. But I will see. Let's see if this one's all right. I'll give it a try. Picked it up off the ground, but we'll see. Oh my gosh, it's so sweet, but very dry. Very dry, but green inside, a little bit of bruising where it fell. But unfortunately, the majority of these have fallen and they're swarming with wasps. This big tree last year was loaded and it doesn't have much this year, but it's not ready yet either. Every time I turn around, there's apples falling. I can hear them in the distance. This one here, again, not looking super healthy. But it had beautiful red apples last year, and you can see over here, it's got loads of them again. I might just give one a try because there's tons on the ground for this one too, so who really knows? But here's my apples. I'm going to pick one and see what it tastes like. It's kind of like a wine tasting tour, except for it's an apple tasting tour. Oh my gosh. Red Delicious. Tastes just like a Red Delicious. Yep. I remember that. So I guess I need to come back and harvest these ones too. Although I did pick that off the ground. Oh no, I didn't. I picked it off the tree. So these are ready. Oh boy, we're in trouble. Oh no. I see another tree over here. It's got tons of apples underneath it on the ground. Look at that. Unfortunately, we just can't use them all. Look at the size of the tree. It's like a 30+ foot tree, but they're huge, huge, huge apples on it. I don't know. I'll try and get back here maybe. We were going to put the horses back here, but I have a feeling there's way too many apples for them to come back here. The sheep have been eating them all summer, so they're used to it. I'm going to pick this one right here on the ground for you to see. Hopefully I don't get stung by any wasps. I'm not keeping it because it is... Throw that one away. I'm not keeping it because it's all eaten, but look at the size of that. Again, would have been a pretty nice apple. All of these, with a little bit of tending and improving, I think we will have an amazing orchard eventually. Another tree, still tons and tons of apples on it. Unfortunately, the wasps are absolutely crazy. I am not going in there to get those. I don't think we'd want them anyways, but I should bring a ladder and start picking. Looks like, oh, don't know if you can see it on that bottom branch. There's a little downy woodpecker. Working away. This one here too, loaded, although they haven't started to fall yet. But this one, oh man, that's a lot of apples just kind of wasting away. Interestingly enough, I'm going to show you here. This tree, which really, in the grand scheme of it, has no apples on it at all, really, is the tree that the sheep are insisting on chewing on. I don't know if you can see in there. They've started to nibble the bark. And this side, they've really given her a go on. So we're going to have to watch that. But this is a wonderful tree for crabapple jelly and apple liqueur. These apples get, here, I'll just show you right in here actually. They get super red and super tasty. And they're almost ready. We're still not done tomato season, and for apple season to start really throws a loop into things. You got to roll with it because when the sun shines, make the most of it. Hope you guys have a great day.